That's the first family. Hey, see you in a little while. Welcome back. All right, so we're going to our next Behind the Mile episode. I don't want to tell you who it is yet. You're going to get a surprise here, but it's a company that I've been watching for many, many years. They've had some recent changes. Watch the shadow. This is live in color. There's some recent changes in the business, so we're going to go check them out. We're up in Indianapolis, Indiana, and we're about to pull up on, who is it? I think it's... I want to thank you for taking this ride on the Last to First journey with us. In 6 months, we've achieved over 200,000 views across all our platforms. We're humbled and thankful for your support. I do have one small favor to ask. Take 5 seconds, hit the like button or subscribe. Just like your on-time performance metric, this one matters to us the most. It helps us attract better guests and bring you deeper content to help propel you on your Last to First journey. And if your brand aligns with our mission, reach out to us. We'd love to find ways to partner and work together. Now back to Last to First. NOW Courier. Let's check them out.
I want to get here early.
It's already working. Look at him.
How you doing, man?
Ryan,
good morning.
What's up, brother? How you doing?
How you doing? Good to see you.
Same here, same here. Beautiful office, man. Check it out.
Thank you so much.
Check it out.
Thank you
Look
so
at the
much.
team here.
And we're been here about 2 years.
2 years, 2 years. NOW Courier, Indianapolis, Indiana. Miss Chrissy.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Nice to meet you. Nice
She
to
makes
meet
sure all of us do what we're supposed to be doing every day. So.
Oh, yeah, the
She
gatekeeper.
keeps track of us. So.
All right, show us around, man. We're behind the mile. Let's check
All
it
right.
out.
So we got the operations room. Let me give you a quick. So this is not our brand. This is sort of in honor of the previous company that was here, Green
Okay.
Bean Delivery. Also a logistics company, but they delivered food, fresh produce and stuff. So we call this the Bean Room.
The bean room. All right.
Yeah, we keep saying we're going to get new logos and stuff on there,
like
but
where the
everybody
magic
calls it
happens
the
up in here.
Bean Room. Yeah.
All right.
So this is the operations room here.
Should we start here? Let's start here.
Yep. Oh, this is so we drivers always know exactly what they, at least where they should be starting from that standpoint. So this is Carl the courier. Sometimes Carl goes by Carletta if we get a wig out and we kind of change it up.
Yeah.
And then Halloween always
You know
gets
what's
dressed
different?
up.
Because I saw this, man, maybe like the first year I was in business. Who did this? Someone, I think it was John Loth in Atlanta.
Oh man, John, that doesn't surprise me.
Had a mannequin like this, and I walked, I was like, this is perfect. Because now you get to see, everyone gets to see exactly what it should look like.
So at our old building, when you walked in, we always had a mirror and
Yeah.
said, "Are you ready to present to our customers today?"
Right, yeah.
And then we took it the next step further and had our Carl here, stepped up the game on it.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Polished, professional looking,
That's
ID
right.
badge.
That's right. Badge on there. I mean, just like me, you got to have your badge on.
Gotta have it on.
Yeah, but so this is the Indianapolis operation here. We have multiple locations throughout the state. We've got Indianapolis is our main headquarters, main hub. Up north we have Maryville, South Bend, Fort Wayne. And then down south we have Evansville. And we just moved our Louisville, Kentucky office just across the border into southern Indiana as well. Okay. So we serve that southern Indiana.
How many people roughly work in this building?
In this building, at any given time, we're 24/7. So it could be 35 people, it could be 2 people, but then you also have our independent contract drivers going in and out all day long, or in warehouse team sorting out there. So it's a beehive here, man. There's always somebody coming in and out.
24/7.
24/7, pretty much since day one, as far as my dad can remember. So he said his memory gets a little foggy, but he said he was pretty much 24/7. He said that's how we got customers because not a lot of people are off in that.
Well, it's hard to be NOW Courier if you're, working 8 to 8,
Yeah, the joke was every once in a while if we maybe stubbed our toe in something, somebody said, "Not NOW Courier," a little later Courier.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, let's see the team. It's me.
So
a lot of action here. A lot of activity. I love it.
They're having a meeting right now. This is our contractor relations team.
Okay.
And contractor relations, think of it as sort of HR for the independent contractor model. So they're talking about what openings they have, what, whether it be driver openings, route openings, if we need skippers, whatever the case may be. So they're talking.
What's a skipper?
Skipper is a driver that has done multiple routes, and they sort of float around. So they'll do a distribution route, or they'll run a hospital route, or they'll go do on-demand for us wherever we need them. So they're kind of our plug and play.
Yeah, so they're multi-skilled, trained on different customers, verticals.
And we've tried hiring them from the outside for that position, but it's almost like you have to have somebody that's just been doing it.
Yeah. These are ICs?
These are ICs. Okay. Yeah, all independent contract drivers.
So I've heard they're probably experienced.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's you're
Do
looking.
you pay them a little bit more for that for the experience, for that versatility?
And because they may not run the same routes, they might run a shorter route. That'll be you kind of give them sort of that like buffer pay, just to kind of make up for that to kind of hold them, sort of just hold that time for them. Because as you know, in this world, if the wheels aren't turning, you're not making
Well, I never
money.
heard the term skipper. I love that because we all have, the whole thing we do is unique custom deliveries, right? So it's hard to like scale that and standardize that if you don't have these plug and play people, right? That can come in and fill a gap because, stuff happens.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, just walking by right before you got here, I was talking to one of our route planners, and he said, I got Outlook bamboozled. He said it consolidated the emails down too much, and there was a driver unavailability form that they'd filled out, but they had filled out two, and he didn't see the one above it, and so it tripped him up. But so you got to pivot and say, all right, what skipper do I have available? Where can I take something off one route? And I'll show you the routes here in a little bit, kind of what those distribution routes look like. So,
love it.
Yeah, so they're doing a planning meeting right now.
Okay, so they're prepping for the week?
Yeah, a lot of Monday morning huddle meetings around here, just quick 15-minute, stand up, quick touch base.
Peek around the side.
Yeah.
I think we need to ask a question.
Oh, there you go. Got you on that now.
So that's compliance and safety, that's recruitment. Kyle's the vice president of operations, so he's kind of just helping orchestrate that, plus making sure we have enough people here to dispatch and things of that nature too. So still end of summer, so you got a few people taking a few breaks right before right before the
rush season picks up.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's dispatchers, CSR?
Dispatchers, CSRs, so they're back there on the phone with customers, drivers, things of that nature. So, and again, everybody kind of has their station and their
we got the TVs here.
Yep, and so they got
three screens.
Yeah, I mean, a far cry from what we used to be. Everybody had just your one screen, your desktop.
Okay, so we'll get to this later because you're second gen, third gen?
Second gen.
Do you remember your earliest memory of what a dispatch room looked like or sounded like, actually, too?
Absolutely. It was, so we've been in 4 buildings total now with NOW Courier. I was actually just talking to one of our employees who's been here for 35 years now. Okay. So she's seen almost every iteration. She doesn't go back to the first building, but she goes back to the second building. And I remember it was a big plexiglass board. Okay. Because there might be one computer in there.
Yeah.
Big plexiglass board, roughly in the shape of Indiana. And there was index cards, like 3x5 index cards, all throughout there. And so you would have the job order.
Yep.
Paired with the driver number,
and
then you put them where they were roughly in the state, so you knew where somebody was coming back from. So
you kind of can see it, the geography of it, and also the status.
So before the GPS maps and the all that's, it was all CB radios, or walkie-talkies or whatever the case was. CB radios was the main source there. But,
we had honestly we weren't as good as you guys. We had just a wall with like carpeted wall, and you just slid the index card left to right. The other wall had the map on it next to it, and you had the old Motorola walkie-talkies.
Yeah,
and
we had maps everywhere. Yeah, it was way before the GPS days and all that.
And now we have something like this.
That's right. You got know where every driver is, where every customer run is. You got your emails in one. Miss Sherry there is taking care of a little bit of pretty much all of it right now. It looks like everybody else is out in the warehouse trying to keep things sorted.
What you got going, Miss Sherry, this morning?
Right now I'm just dispatching the drivers out. So I'm just looking to see where everybody's out and where everybody needs to go.
Busy day so far?
Yeah, we're busy.
We're busy?
We're busy.
Yeah.
Busy enough for your liking, right?
Busy enough.
That's
yes.
right. Just got to ease into the day.
What time of year is the busiest for you?
What time of year?
Like season, is it certain? I know summertime typically is a little bit slower, but
Tax time?
Yeah.
You say?
Tax time,
Tax
end of
time.
year gets a little
End of
busier
year,
too.
yeah.
People, whether they have a surplus to spend or they get a lot of packages to get out. So
Yep.
awesome. And how long have you been with NOW Courier?
6 months.
Okay, so you're new.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
how's it going?
Good. I like it.
You like it?
I like it.
she's been very good to adapt quickly and pivot and work different hours than she originally signed up for. And we're finding the right fit for Miss Sherry and anybody else here. We're trying to, you bring them in for one thing, as you know.
Oh yeah.
Trying to plan a day in the courier world is, every day is a snowflake, I always say. They're all different.
Yes, ma'am. Nice to
right.
meet you.
You too.
Over here, this is the team that manages all the routes, all the driver call-offs, all the last-minute call-offs, plus the scheduled offs. So all those things there. And again, we've got different people in here at different times throughout the year. This is Suze. Suze's been with us for a little over 2 years now.
How are you?
She sort of runs the show when it comes to the route planning piece of it and the working with the driver. Sits in on big customer meetings as well, trying to, if they're having any issues or anything, new stuff coming on.
The question for you. So when we have routed business, right? When we have some on-demand that pops up, are you able to kind of get some of the on-demands on a route potentially if it fits right? Do you ever look at doing that, or is it tricky?
Really difficult.
It's tricky, right?
Sometimes with our community stuff, we can. We have community on demands, and we have routed drivers, and sometimes it lines up perfectly if they're going, from Greenwood to Anderson or Kokomo. Without them using a on-demand driver, we can sometimes make it work with our routes.
Awesome.
But that's tricky to do sometimes with timing, especially because if they want a stat versus if we had 4 hours to do it, we have more time. We can usually make that happen.
Yeah, because you're talking about,
It's all about the service level and the vehicle.
That's exactly
what they
right.
need.
So the hospital, the healthcare world versus, just small parcel office supplies or payrolls or things of that nature where you might have a little more time on them. And so you can't hold up life-saving medication for an office supply or a payroll or a library book or something like that. So it's tricky, but this team does it day in and day out. This is actually where I started my career, was not in this room because we moved since then, but in this, I was the 4 a.m. route release person, came in every morning to make sure those routes were covered. If they weren't, I was jumping in the car and going and doing it myself.
You were the backup plan, huh?
Yeah, I wasn't. So if it got to me, you knew we were in trouble. So
Nice to meet you.
A few more route planners over there. There are probably more of them out in the warehouse. So if we want to head out that way, we'll go check that out and kind of see how those routes are sorted. And it's a little past that time right now. Hi, Christy.
Hey.
How many of these folks, I know you've second, good morning. How many folks do you remember growing up around? Like, how many, you have any team members that's been here for years since you were?
Employees, there's a few. There's, I meant to mention the one lady that's been here for 35 years. She just actually got the, we call it the NOW Star, which is the quarterly employee of the employee of the quarter, I guess you could say. So she was honored last week at our town hall. And we, so yeah, I remember growing up around her. The thing that's more impressive for me is that we have more independent contract drivers that have been here 30, 35. I mean, there are drivers that we have here. I don't know if we'll run any into them today, but drivers that used to pick me up from Little League baseball and football practices. I mean, that's how long they go back. But I also say it's a testament to my dad and the company, because just as an independent contractor, you can choose anywhere you want to work.
Absolutely.
But to say that you have stayed with the same organization for 25, 30, 35 years, and we have not just one, I mean, it's multiple of those drivers now. They may have taken a little bit lesser route, they may, slow down a little bit as far on their own account. But other ones, they're
You're doing something right. I mean, 30 years, we had the same thing with QCS, but man, 30 years, you have guys that are still, or ladies still around. It shows the values, the core values of the organization, right? It's all about people at the end of the day, right? Where your eyes see employee, that's regardless, right? It's you treat people the right way, they'll stick around.
Well, and the thing was, like, my dad was, or still is, one of the most engaging people you ever meet. And I mean, but he built this company around the independent contract driver workforce. And because they allowed him to scale quickly or scale down when he had to. So, but they came to work, here for my dad.
Yeah.
And so the big challenge for me was, I'd been around. Again, they were picking me up for practice, and kicking me out of the vans to go and make deliveries, things like that. So when I came in, I would say on my second tour here, now I was, working my way up. I was in charge of routes. I was in charge of driver call-offs, whatever the case was. So they were, now all of a sudden, they're reporting to me in some ways. And it was a little weird transition. But I tried to do the same thing and just try to treat them the same way, that my dad treated them, because I watched all that.
What do we got here?
All right, so this is sort of how our distribution routes start. When I say distribution routes, these originally were payroll routes back in the day. Payrolls, while we still do quite a few payrolls, are not quite as prominent on those routes anymore, so we just call them small parcel distribution routes. And as you can see around here, you've got some of the handwritten notes as routes change, but you have all the different branch locations that I mentioned: Maryville, Fort Wayne, South Bend, Evansville, Louisville. And then you have all these other routes, and these are more local routes. But these are the zip codes for each one. So if we were in here at 4 a.m., you would see payrolls stacked to the top. And so you come in as a driver, you have your route that you're dedicated towards, and then you come in, sort all your payrolls out. You sort them out here. We got stuff out there. As this has evolved, packages have gotten bigger. The requests have gotten bigger, whether it be office supplies, e-commerce, library books. Pharmaceuticals is actually our biggest thing here. So you come out here, and this is where the bigger, bulkier stuff is. Sorry, that noise is
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I missed that sound.
So if you walk back here with me, you'll see hi, Jess.
Good morning. Good morning.
So here you got Walmart. All the pharmaceuticals came in. We pick up and distribute them out to all the Walmart stores, pharmacies throughout the state. So as these routes, the drivers are here. Freight comes in. We pick it up at their distribution center on Western Indiana. Bring it in here. They're getting it sorted out to the routes. They're getting ready to head out for these routes probably in the next 30 minutes. So we'll have all this stuff broken down, scanned on their vehicles, out for delivery.
So each one of these yellow lines here, is this intentional? Sometimes section off?
Yeah, somewhat. We kind of had a pivot here. This used to be over there. So in this world, you got to kind of keep up with where they need you, right? So
the freight needs change. Could be weekly.
Yeah. And the space available, if we got to make more space up there, then you got to pivot and move it over here. I actually like it back here a lot more. It's not so much in the way.
Yeah.
So again, adapting and evolving is key around here. That's what we have to do. So
you got some coolers in the back. Right?
Coolers in the back. So those are for I mentioned we do a lot of pharmaceutical deliveries. Some of those medications are temperature controlled.
Yeah.
So let's say it's out for delivery. Patient isn't home, or they're at the hospital, we got to bring it back. Customer doesn't want to send it all the way back just to have it returned the next day.
Yep.
So we'll do a 24 to 48 hour storage and just a cooler over there. Those aren't frozen, things like that. We do have dry ice and all that kind of stuff as well. So we've got a couple different options there. Sort of a carryover from those distribution routes that I was talking about, the smaller, the payroll, the thinner stuff. Now you come over here and you've got the bulkier stuff. You got the totes, you got the medications. So again, it's at 4 or 5 a.m. this morning, we would have seen every single one of these pallets, because you can see that all those routes match up to all those routes that were in there. So you got totes, you got medications, you got Indiana State Library books.
So you pick up your small parcel inside the sort room.
Yep.
Outside here, you're gonna have your bulk freight.
Yeah, bulk or just higher volume. Like medications, you might have 30 medication deliveries to the home on your route. So rather than have this spilling out over that table there, you bring them out here, put them on the totes. You might have 4 or 5 totes or different boxes that are going out. So you got a few routes probably that they need to cover still, where you still see some stuff sitting on those pallets. So a skipper will come in, grab those, or we'll try to get it onto another route and have it overflow, an overflow route.
So your route planner, so earlier we saw the route planner, right? So their job is to not just coordinate the logistics and the driver staffing, but also the volume too, to make sure that the volume is
So
not
the good thing
overloading
is, in this day and age, a lot of times our customers are are sending us advanced shipper notices, ASNs,
Yeah.
so we kind of know what the volumes are going to be.
Yeah.
Even on Friday, they'll send it for Monday. Because these distribution routes only run Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
We have other on-demands over the weekends, but that stuff will come in on Friday, and then that way you'll kind of be able to judge how heavy you're going to be on a Monday,
Got it.
or an everyday proceeding.
This is daily activity, pretty much. The route network runs daily.
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 Yep.
Monday through Sunday.
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday.
We have a few stops to go on Saturdays, but they're just not as big.
Okay.
You know, and then you have the on-demands. The on-demands 24/7 on the weekends is mainly for the healthcare, the hospital systems, where you have stat medications, blood delivery, specimen delivery, things of that nature.
Yeah.
So,
Now, Turn, while we're in this warehouse, so lighting. One thing I'm appreciating about how well lit this building is. A lot of times you go to warehouses and it's poor lighting, which leads to safety hazards or missed package, missed freight. Was something you guys invested in, that you pay attention to?
absolutely, yeah. So when we moved in this building 2 years ago, this whole space right here was actually floor-to-ceiling refrigerators and freezers.
Oh,
Where we're standing right now, you would have been in a 5,000 square foot refrigerator or a 2,000 square foot freezer.
Yeah.
So when we got those out, because we had to make more floor space, sorting space, we had to invest in different lighting in order to make sure that for warehouse team safety, driver safety, because right now it's nice and lit outside. 3 a.m.
yeah.
it's
Can't
dark
see. Yeah.
and quiet, you know, and so you got to be able to know what's going on around you. You got to be able to see. So better visibility you have, better off you're going to be from less missorts, so all things like that. So the good thing is you can actually get most states will give you a decent tax incentive to go out and put in LED lighting, things like
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah. So we got the hoop here, right?
got the hoop. Yeah, man, we got to keep it light on here. Plus you're in Indiana, man. You know, the Hoosier State, the home of basketball.
There you go.
Right? So my Pacers made a decent run this year.
Can we get you a jump shot? Let me see. There's a ball there.
All right.
This be good for YouTube short right here. Let's
Oh
see.
man.
Let's see what we got. Oh, it's close. One more. We got one more. There we go.
The
Buckets.
bank is open early.
I love it. So how big is this space roughly?
This warehouse space is 20,000 square feet, all under one roof. We have about 12,000 office space. So much larger than we've had in the past.
Yeah.
We used to have kind of like annex warehouses before this for like 25 years. That's kind of how we did it.
Okay.
So to get us all under one roof, that cut down on double warehouse shifts,
Yeah.
double security systems, double, internet and Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
all that stuff, and got us so we're able to consolidate, keep our numbers down from that. Overhead is, it'll
Yeah.
kill your bottom line there, right? So-
Especially warehousing and real estate nowadays, it's got a little crazy. I mean, it's maybe leveling off a little bit last couple years, but man, for a while there, it's hard to negotiate leases. You guys lease this building, right?
We leased this building. We owned
Yeah.
the previous one.
Okay.
My parents did, I should say. And so, we're just leasing this one now because, frankly, I kind of need the flexibility. I hope this thing keeps growing.
Yeah.
I hope that I have to move out of this place in a few years and into another one. Now, I don't wish that on my worst enemy, because moving your home is a pain. Moving your business after 25 years in the same space, holy cow,
Yeah.
that was a big lift 2 years ago. So.
Yeah.
So over here again, so now you're moving into like library sorting. This used to be where we did all the DDU e-commerce.
Okay.
So you can still see some of these big tall Gaylords. This is where this stuff is sorted into.
Yep.
Some remnants there. And then actually over there we had some customer storage. Customer needed some offsite storage for their disaster recovery plan.
Okay.
And so it's one of our large hospital systems, and they reached out to us and started leasing some warehouse space from us. So we put the fence up for security because it's a lot of IT, technical equipment, high dollar stuff. So
Are you able to charge a little bit more of a premium because you're offering a highly secure space?
yes. Yep, and there's cameras all around this place, 24/7, always running, always recording. So yeah, we're able to offer that. I know that some people do a lot of warehouse storage. Ours is more cross-dock, but that one in particular,
That one's
that is a
long-term.
little bit more longer-term storage. But for the most part, these racks, especially in the winter coming up, we'll have a lot of supply companies that provide like salt for the roads. Being in Indiana, you can get tons of snow or no snow, but you always got to be ready. So we'll have these pallets will be filled with like salt that goes down the roads and people's driveways, things of that nature. So
Crazy. Crazy.
so yeah,
That's
so
nice.
yeah, and it's been looks like we're about to do a pallet sale here. We're gonna sell these pallets back to pallet.
Okay, so talk about that. So I learned that too when we got to warehousing that I had no idea that you could actually resell these pallets, right?
Yeah.
And it's nice little because you get so many pallets that come in.
Hundreds of pallets every day.
Yeah, and if not, they'll just sit here, right?
Yeah. They say take up a lot of space.
Yeah.
And that's valuable space right there.
Oh, yeah.
So we have a couple different outlets. We have some people that are actually pallet, refurbishers.
Yep.
We have some other just friends in my network that
Yeah.
need pallets for their own business, and we'll actually sell them for a couple bucks under what they normally pay for new ones.
Yeah.
And so we have a couple different outlets for that, but it is a big thing you don't think about. And we don't do a lot of white glove, but I know that's another big thing when you get to that point, because you got all the packaging and the boxes and the wrap and all that.
Yeah.
I mean, the trash. We have a compactor out there strictly we purchased
For
for
the
that
cardboard boxes.
for cardboard boxes and plastic and all just the stuff you accumulate.
Yeah.
Because 20,000 square feet, decent size, but it can fill up real quickly
Oh, yeah.
if you're not.
That's a great point because a lot of people, it happened to me too, when you get in the warehouse space, you don't realize, you think everything just comes in and goes right back out, but a lot of stuff sits. Supplies sit, pallets sit, cardboard boxes.
Well, and again, so with that cross stock, mentality that we have, I mean, that stuff, you can see how quickly. Come here real quick. You can see how quickly that was empty when you walked out here.
Yeah.
Now it's all full of pharmaceuticals that are going out.
Yep.
So that will be broken down on routes in vehicles in the next 20 to 30 minutes, and then it'll be empty again. So there's your
So we say
definition.
so cross dock, for the audience who may not be familiar with cross
Yeah.
dock, what does that really mean to you?
So for us, it's either whether a customer drop ships it to whether through their vendors, so you'll see tractor trailers going in here all day long at our docks, dropping off the product. We get it sorted out, whether it's going on a route that day or it's going on a route that next day for the distribution route.
Yeah.
So all day long, we are receiving freight, breaking it down into a route or an on-demand, and then it's going out within 24 hours.
Yeah.
It could be an hour, like that product, or it could be 24 hours on our distribution routes.
You ever have, I used to get these calls from a company, I forgot the name of the company, but they would have these trailers that may have tipped over, freight got moved, and they're looking for someone to kind of come in, kind of clean up the trailers.
We've tried that. We've tried that work in the past.
It can be a little crazy, right?
Yeah, it can
we
get
had
crazy.
We had a trailer of watermelons one day.
Oh my!
Could you freaking imagine? It was like
No.
gaylords of like 30 gaylords like watermelons, and it was. It was
You
good
can't really
eating.
fix a broken watermelon, can you? You got there
No.
with glue, or what are you doing?
I don't know how we did that, but I had a good summer full of watermelons.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. So this is a warehouse operation, and there's always somebody in this warehouse. It's a little cooler today as opposed to the 100 degree days we've had lately. So
Yeah.
normally the doors are down, but we've got air conditioning in here, which is a little unique for us or for warehouses. But we're trying to keep everybody as comfortable as possible in these hotter months here in the Midwest.
Now, when the business first started, go back to when you first started coming in, as a young kid, second gen. Was there a warehouse operation then, and did it look the same?
There was a warehouse operation then, smaller.
Yeah.
We only had about 10,000 square feet, so doubled that
Yep.
here. And it was packed, it was tight.
Yeah.
But same setup. You had your distribution routes, you had some light storage, then you had your cross dock, but we only had one dock back then, so it was a little tougher and not a great turnaround radius. Like tractor trailers hated coming to our facility. Now we've got plenty of room. We've got multiple docks.
docks? I see two
We've
here.
got 2 roll-ups or 2 drive-ins,
Yep.
1 trench dock that accommodates all, and then if you want to see something cool, so we had to talk about adapting and evolving your building and things, what you need. So we love this building, we love the space, we love the location of it. Oops, somebody dropped the key. But it only had 1 dock that could accommodate a tractor trailer.
Oh yeah.
So what
I
we
love
did,
this. I know where we're going with this. I love this.
we found a company out of Minnesota. Excuse me. One of the coolest names I've ever heard. It's called Dockzilla, and we installed an outdoor dock that will actually adjust. You can pull these pins out. You can
this out.
make it go up or down, and we had to put the canopy over it for the inclement weather, but this thing has been a lifesaver for us because tractor trailers do not like going down in that trenched dock.
Yeah.
This is out. We can adjust it up and down if we have a smaller truck that comes through.
This is a huge problem, you know, because you have, depending on what's coming in, right? You may have they call it a bread truck, those lower ones, kind of you see like the rental company, U-Haul.
U-Haul, yeah.
Right, and then you have a dock high truck, and you may have a cargo van next day, and you know we have guys like bending over trying to pick up the freight, and that's a safety hazard, right?
Well, and then now, you know, with the weight of what we have, you know, we've got forklifts going in and out of these trucks. You know, you've got to be able to have, and so it's skid resistant and allows for all these things. So
it comes here, and you bring it down. The forklift gets on the backside.
Forklift comes up. There's a door, dock we had to install over there. I'm sorry, I should have shown you that. So that roll-up door will go up. Forklift comes up, grabs the.
So we cross dock here. Forklift goes up and right in. So you open up the warehouse on that side there.
Yep.
Smart.
Now again, only time it gets tricky. Heavy rain, heavy snow, but you put this up, it helps a lot. It doesn't make it perfect because, you know, wind and everything else, but for the most part we haven't had, you know, it's been all good. It's been a lifesaver for us.
Now question, when you do this, so this is an investment for the building, will you take this with you potentially? Is it something you could take
I mean, potentially you could. Yeah, I mean, I watched when they brought it in on a trailer and installed it, and we didn't get it installed correctly the first time, so we had to pull them out, move it back a little bit, drop it back down.
So you bought this, not leasing this, it's a purchase.
Yeah, this is a purchase.
Yeah.
Yep.
Love it.
So now will we? Who knows? Because who knows if it'll work the next time. I hope the next one, we've got
everything
50 dock doors, and I don't need to take it with me. But it was a cool thing that we found. Because
shout out to Doczilla.
Yeah, Doczilla.
I love it. That is a cool last name.
Yeah, so master contract, just getting loaded up. This is Indiana State Library.
The library. What would you possibly be doing delivering from the library?
So, I don't know about you. I know we both have kids around a similar age. We don't go to the library all that much.
Yeah,
I mean, now it's
everything's
getting on your iPad, your Kindle, or order on Amazon, whatever it is, right? Millions and millions of books get processed through the Indiana State Library every year, and every state has this. Ohio State Library, any of them, and they have an exchange program. So a library in South Bend might need a book that's down in Bloomington, Indiana. They'll put in a request in, and it'll go through their system, and then they get it sorted out. We go pick it up from South Bend, bring it down here, get it sorted, and then deliver it down to Bloomington, Indiana a couple days later.
So you're number. So this is a state contract?
State contract.
State contract.
Yep. We've had this contract for about 15 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So just moving books.
Moving books. Literally books. Now there's some DVDs, things like that in it, but just books. And but where I missed it when we first got universities. And it's got a lot of universities, you know, Notre Dame, IU, Purdue, Butler, and they also have their own libraries, and they're part of the system as well. So they're exchanging a ton of books as well.
It's fascinating. I mean, I love it because, you know, you think nowadays you're saying most people it's all digital, right?
Yeah.
But someone really wants to get the hand on the hard copy book, and then maybe someone out there that doesn't have access to, you know, the
because we're going to the rural libraries as well. You know, I mean, the places in the rural areas. So it doesn't have to be a major city. You're going out to the, you know, middle of nowhere Indiana, the library, and they might only have 4 or 5 books, or might only have one tote, but they need to get their books as well.
How often does this route network operate? Like frequency of it?
5-6 days a week. There's days when we deliver on Saturdays, but Monday through Friday predominantly.
Okay.
But occasionally, if we get backlogged or things like that, we'll do 6 days.
Love it. Love it.
Here's some of our new trucks.
Oh.
Yeah. One of our new dock trucks here.
She is a beauty.
Touched up on our logo and stole a tag.
Was this the original company logo?
This is not original. This one was from 2011. There's been 3 iterations of the NOW logo that that I could probably show you at some point. But yeah, this has been since 2011. We did darken a little bit to make sure it stood out on the trucks when they're out on the road. You can see these things from a mile away, which is one of my favorite parts about it now. Oh, yeah. I work with Mark Kosick on that, and actually stole their tagline as well. So you might recognize that every time you call us, we deliver.
I was zooming in on it. Yeah. Every time you call us, we deliver.
That's that was from our friends up in Minnesota. They allowed us to grab that one. So but these are our dock trucks. We've also got tractor trailers now. We've got 53-foot dry vans, flatbeds, Moffetts, all these things.
So this equipment is somewhat a part of the new NOW Courier.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Talk about that. So what has that new merger allowed you to do from a fleet standpoint and the versatility it brings to the network?
Oh my gosh. So before we could deliver anything from an envelope up to about 10,000 pounds in a standard box truck. Now we can deliver everything from an envelope, 45,000 pounds on a flatbed trailer or a 50 throughput dry van, and everything in between.
Yeah.
So things, Sprinter transit vans, 26-foot dock trucks, CDL, so you can carry more weight. The flatbeds, the trailers, the dual axles, the Moffett piggyback forklifts that go onto job sites, so now you can handle the rough terrain.
Yeah.
Things, we never had that before.
Yeah.
That was not even in our thought process. So.
And you mentioned earlier that this allows you to kind of bring the fundamentals of a courier movement, like the expedited nature, 1 hour rush delivery, to bigger assets like this, the trucking.
Absolutely,
right?
yeah. So we're not just doing over the road or long truck, full truckload. This is still the courier mentality in the trucking world, meaning we can handle the heavy freight, but now we're doing it at courier speeds. So we're trying to, and the Priority Courier Group, expert group up in Minnesota, have been doing this for years, and now we're bolting this on to NOW Courier and all the stuff we're doing, and just in addition to. So now we're going back to customers we've had in the past, existing customers, and saying, hey, look at all this other stuff we can do now. And it's like, wait, you do that, but you delivered our payroll. Yeah, but now I can deliver your pallet of lumber or whatever it is.
So they become much more valuable, they become much more sticky.
Absolutely.
And you can probably translate that across other verticals, other customer bases too.
Exactly.
We got a loadout. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. What are you doing? I'm doing a little podcast, filming on NOW Courier.
Oh, really?
So tell me what you're doing right now.
Just loading up my vehicle for the day.
Okay.
I got all my stuff.
Now, when you load, are you loaded by your route order? How you putting some thought into how you load the vehicle up?
Yeah, so on right over my dolly, I got my first stop, so that way I get those over with first. But yeah, they all got their own separate section.
Got it.
Yeah.
How long will you be out on the road today?
For like 8-9 hours usually. Depends how fast I go.
Okay. All right. What type of freight are you delivering?
Just medicine.
Medicine?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like drugs and stuff like that for pharmacies.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, sir.
How long you been driving?
Since November of last year.
Okay.
So what is that? 9 months.
Almost, 9 months?
Yeah.
Were you driving before, or was it first time doing this type of work?
I used to work for Amazon.
Okay, so you
Kinda.
what's the difference between Amazon work and what you do at NOW Courier?
For Amazon, I used to have like 180, 190 stops, and now I got 5. So that's it. That's the biggest change for sure. Yeah.
Yep. So you like it better?
I like it better. Yeah, it's more chill.
Yeah.
Once you get the hang of it,
Awesome.
it just flows.
Nice to meet Nice to meet you, man. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
All right. All right. We're back in the president's office.
Here we go.
All right, man. Show us around the office a little bit here.
Yeah, man. I tried to keep a little bit of our old school. This was my dad's original business or office furniture that he had for like 25 years. And when we moved, I was like, there was all the furniture was already in here. I was like, you know what? I got to hang on to something that,
some nostalgia, but also some
just, a little good luck, right?
Yeah.
But, I have my own flair around here. I got my baseball, Reds, big Reds fan, originally from northern Kentucky, Cincinnati area. So lots of Reds memorabilia. That Pete Rose rookie thing probably just went up in value, I guess, with passing there.
Yeah.
Some Johnny Bench stuff. And then one of my favorite things, I haven't quite figured out how to display it yet, but for now, this is the original NOW Courier jacket that the drivers used to wear that my dad had made. Each letter was custom cut.
I see that. Look at this.
That's the original NOW logo.
The original stitching. Look at that.
Yeah.
We deliver.
You're about. I haven't been able to fit into that since I was about 12, so you might be the only person that could probably fit in there. Right now, so.
I love it. Look at that.
So yeah, man, I try to keep it inviting in here. We have lots of meetings sitting right here. I tell people sit on the couch, enjoy. But yeah, it's this is where I'm in here every single day.
That's where the magic happens.
Yeah, it's where the magic happens. So as you can see out there, see some of the area where you were before. So every morning I kind of come over here and just watch to kind of see which vehicles are moving when all those drivers line up every morning. It's kind of a cool thing just to sit back and be like,
See the
man,
operation, yeah.
all this stuff's happening. So
Yeah, love it, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate you having me
Yeah.
in the office today. It's been phenomenal to see the team, to see the people, see the processes, the systems, and really the growth. I mean, seeing how you guys have gone from, kind of the traditional courier model, small package, and then the evolution now with the merger is phenomenal. Like the future's so bright. Just riding on the truck with Vance and seeing that operation and what he's doing out there, and the team is phenomenal, man. So gotta be happy with that.
We've it's been 21 years for me. Back in my second term here, which is wild to think about. And I'm old enough to be at a place for 21 years, but I guess that's what it is, right? Starting to get the gray there. But and then now that I've partnered up with Priority Courier Experts and with the support of our private equity group, Blue Jay Capital, it's been just transforming for us. So it's going to be a fun ride. I mentioned to you, a couple times over the last few months, like we're 40 years in business this coming January, but we got this like startup mentality energy that I think is just so cool right now and so exciting.
Well, I can see it. It's palpable. You can see, you can feel the energy in yourself, and obviously everything starts at the top, right? So I can see you excited about it. You see that resonating in the team. You see down to the drivers, even to the customers. We got a chance to talk to some of your customers out there in the field, and they spoke highly about what you guys are doing and where you're going. So couldn't be more happy for you, man, and excited to see where the future goes.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
All right.
All right, brother. All right, last and first, family. That was our Behind the Mile with, you heard it first, NOW Courier, right? This is pretty cool. We saw the evolution of a almost 40-year-old business who is transforming itself from a traditional courier, small package distribution, to now doing everything plus heavy equipment, freight movements, looking at bigger customers who are moving freight, but still with that same on-demand flexibility in the model. And so really, if you're out there in the world, you're looking at how you can evolve and expand your business. NOW Courier, what they're doing is a great example. Obviously, they just went through a merger with Priority Courier Experts out of Minneapolis and backed by Blue Jay Capital. So they put a little money behind this investment. But man, when you walk around here, you see the energy, you see the vehicles, the fleet expanding, and get on the road with the drivers and customers. I mean, it's no longer last, it's first. So peace out, and I hope you enjoyed this one. Later.
There you go, you're off. Enjoy. You got the best of the best in there, man.
What we got here? Vance, what's up, man?
What's up, my guy?
All right, we should be good to go now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So Vance, how long you been driving?
I've been driving for almost 11 years now. Got my
11 years.
CDL back in 2014.